Anything goes.
And it's the fucking first.
JB in the house.
Chico Titanium.
Let's go.
Right, first issue you're going to talk about is the scheme being longer than the dream.
It has to be longer than the dream.
But it always is, because you're planning. You can spend your whole life planning for something that will never happen. So the scheme is longer than the dream.
That has to be.
But then why not, for me, I plan for stuff that are short term. So if I need to save up something, I know I have to do this many hours. I'm not going to plan for something that's going to, for 10 years. Who's to say I could be dead in 10 years? So I could be dead next week.
It could be, yeah, exactly.
So that planning goes to shit. So I could plan for 10 years time, but I'm not going to live for 10 years. So I plan for something I can see. So if I want to buy trainers at £200, I'll save up for that. I don't save up for things like, oh yeah, in 10 years time, I might have a house and kids, so I'm going to save up for that. So how do you save up for that?
Some people say that you should sacrifice now so you can live better later.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, rich people. They have the money. We don't have that money. I can't sacrifice now because I have a mortgage to pay. So how do you sacrifice? Unless you have the money.
People like Mains could sacrifice
Yeah,
a hell of a lot of luxuries.
Oh yeah, that.
if you wanted to save for something.
Oh yeah, before I used to have 10 pairs of trainers and stuff. I used to buy a skateboard left, right,
I
center.
got 40 pairs of trainers.
So now I'm older, I realise I don't need 10 pairs. I've got 3 pairs now, that's it. And that's a lot for some people.
So that's a sacrifice. So in
Is
some
it really?
areas...
Is it really?
Is it really?
It's not really a major sacrifice. It's oh no.
It's not really a sacrifice.
I'd stop buying trainers.
Because I can date a lot of girls.
You can live without trainers. Sacrifice is saying,
oh shit, let me take someone.
instead of having 200 to spend in 1 week, I'm gonna have £100 and then save £100 a week. That's sacrificing.
But if we're saying the scheme is longer than the dream...
Yeah, the planning is always longer than the dream.
Essentially, what is the dream? The dream depends on each person's dream.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you the goddamn dream. What's my pencil?
If you want to be rich, then the scheme is working out how to be rich.
So people...
And there's so many ways you can go.
But then people like that, they might spend their whole lives working to be rich. And if that's all they're working towards, would you say that they just burnt their whole life
main goal?
Yeah.
Working
Trying
towards...
to be rich.
Yeah.
Is that your main goal? What's...
You're not living life because all you think about is money, money, money. It's money is not life. Money helps with life.
Yeah, I'm not.
Certain things you can and can't do.
I'm not that shallow.
So that's saying the dream... What is the dream? Some people's dream is just money. So
Yeah. Well,
then
a lot of people
if the dream
My
in
dream
the
is
scheme is money, then that's a long-lived...
And that's the thing, a lot of people's dream is money.
No, I'm happy without that much money.
Some guy at work asked me, she does 2 jobs, does 80 hours a week. And she's like, oh, so how do I get rich? It's why am I rich?
But what is rich?
It depends on you. If your richness is financial, then you're going to struggle. But my richness is not money because I could have...
I don't care about money that much.
I can have high-end jobs and earn more money, do more hours. I don't want to do that because that's more stress on me. Because if I'm doing 50, 60 hours a week, I don't have time to live my life.
I don't care about money that much.
Yeah. And a lot of people do. Everything's money, money, money. I have to earn more money. I need to buy the latest thing. Why do you need to?
So what's richness then?
For me, richness is being comfortable.
Rich is you. You've got a house sorted. I don't need to be rich.
Yeah, so everyone's got their own thing. Mine is just being comfortable. I can pay my mortgage, pay my bills, and I can still buy stuff I want to. But first of all, my mortgage and my bills come first. Any money I have left over, spending money.
Shit, we recorded. That's hard.
yeah, things like that. It's like, yeah, everyone's idea of being rich is different because a lot of people just think richness comes from earning a lot of money. No, it doesn't. Just because you have a lot of money, it doesn't mean you're happy. So it's not about richness, it's about happiness. Just because you have a lot of money, it doesn't mean you're being happy. Just because you have less money. Just because you have less money than someone that earns like £1 million a year, doesn't mean they're happier than you are. They're just happy because they can do whatever they want. But even that gets boring at a certain point. I'm happy because I have friends and family that I love, and I can do whatever I want, or within reason, I can do whatever I want to. If I want to go on holiday next week, I can because I have that money.
So it allows for certain things.
Yeah.
But as an attainment principle.
Yeah, live within your means.
Then that's what makes the scheme long. If that is the meaning of attainment, then that's what drags out life.
No, but that chick, give me a bag. Because
I can have all the designer clothes and be broke.
That's what I do.
What are you talking about? People, it's like, I'm happy because I got designer clothes. It's like, no, but you're broke. You can't even afford a drink at a club.
No, that's not what I do.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a different story because affording a drink at a club is the next.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the next thing.
Some people buy all designer clothes, but then they can't even afford the drink when they go out.
No, but I choose not to buy drinks in the goddamn club because I don't want to waste money.
No, but again, everyone's different.
I'm not buying a goddamn £50 drink.
No, but I'm saying if you're looking at your balling there and you're not showing that you're balling, then
I feel we should think about the original concept. Scheme is longer than the dream, though.
Yeah, we need to go back.
The scheme
No, but it all ties into it.
Because that's just one dream.
No,
one dream is looking, balling, looking fly.
But that's the majority of people. The majority of people. Is money.
Money is the dream.
Yeah. Because if you ask a lot of people what would make you happy, how many people do you think would say?
No, but I'm a hippie. I don't care. Money
more money. No, but then I'm talking about the majority, like society in general. A lot of people would say more money would make them happy.
Yeah, not me. I don't care about money.
Even though they have friends and family that love them, which is more than enough, but people just want more money to buy more bullshit things like TVs and. Why do you need my TV? Right?
She goes, that the Joker on your arm?
Huh?
Is that the Joker?
Yeah.
You're sick.
Say it. There you go. I live by that philosophy.
What is that philosophy?
Jake's idea where he does stuff because he wants to, not for money or fame. He just does stuff.
Joker's an anarchist.
He loves anarchy because he loves anarchy. He doesn't have anarchy for making money or making friends or that. He just loves anarchy. So I can use that principle in life. I like life for life. I don't like life for just. But
do you really want to follow that philosophy?
No, but then you can take it and put your own interpretation on it. That's what life's about. Your own interpretation. Like his interpretation might be different based on how he grew up, whereas mine is different from someone else how they grew up. So it's about ideals and systems.
So you live by the Joker philosophy. It's a good philosophy.
Not per se, but
I would like to live by the Joker philosophy.
Not per se, but again, you don't let money rule you. But for me, on my jobs, I've had less. Some jobs I've had less. Another job I go to and more. Another job I go to less. But as long as I can pay my bills and still have money left over. Like me, I don't have plans. Like, oh, what your ambition life? I was like, my ambition is living life.
You definitely have plans.
Not really.
You got a wife, so you have plans.
Maybe she might have plans, but I'm 40 years old, so what plans am I gonna, or nearly a year and a half. In a year and a half, I'm 40.
So you're 5 years old then, hold on.
What
yeah, I'm 39 this year.
Oh shit.
So, and you're 34 this year, so.
Oh shit.
Forget old shit.
And then people were like, oh, what have you achieved with life? I was like, what? Why do you have to ask that question?
If you're happy.
Yeah. I've achieved happiness. I'm happy with my life. There might be a lot of things I'm not happy with, but
I'm working on it.
again, I didn't plan. When you start planning for things, you don't plan for shit happening. And shit happens a lot. Just say you plan, like, oh, in 5 years' time, or whatever.
Yeah, but you can prepare for bad shit to happen.
No, you can't. Because you never know what that shit is. It could be anything. Because you could be like planning.
But do you keep weapons in your house?
No.
I have a lot of weapons.
I'm a chef, so I have knives. So, no.
Wait.
I get machetes. I keep a lot of weapons in my house.
But I buy a lot of knives because I'm a chef. So I have like a knife collection.
Okay. So you, in a sense, you were prepared in that you deal with things in the kitchen, but that preparation could cross over if you ever had an intruder in your house.
But not, who plans for that?
I plan.
Unless you're paranoid. Unless you're a very paranoid person, that's the only way you plan for
Then
that.
we'll go to Edmonton.
No, but I'm saying of all the houses, the hundreds of houses in Edmonton, you'd think, why would someone pick mine? Yeah, and you're basically being paranoid, going, I'm going to get robbed at any point. That's not been living comfortably. How's that living comfortably if you think I'm going to get robbed at any point?
Okay, put it in this context. Would you not always keep like a little, I don't know, £100 in your bank just to never go over that? This is emergency money. You know, you never know when you might need an emergency. It's just, I'm just saying the reality of that emergencies happen.
No.
And you need to be prepared to.
So Chico, are you never ready to stab someone in the neck? Because if someone comes in my room,
I don't think that. I don't think like I go home, I go to sleep, someone's gonna break in and stab me in my neck. Who thinks that's the thing? Like, what would you think? You're not comfortable in your own home, where's the place you're going to be most comfortable. So then, if you think someone's gonna break in or stab me, you're not comfortable in your own home. So therefore, it's not your home.
Have you seen how easy it is to kick my door open?
Yeah, it's easy to kick a lot of doors open because they open inwards. So it's not hard. It's not hard.
But
so,
let's bring this back. I can't remember how we got to there on the scheme is longer than the dream.
Give
me a pencil.
I think it just kind of like carries on.
But
over time, your ideas might change.
Yeah.
Because how I thought when I was 16 or 18 is a lot different to how I think now.
Josh, do you have the slightest bit of rub left?
No.
Chico, you do.
No, I got a vodka. Well, I haven't drank still. There's like half a bottle.
Oh no, you don't.
No, I've got like a whatever that is in there. Vodka thing.
Vodka thing.
Yeah, vodka soft drink.
Or juice.
Alcopop.
That's what I would take it for you.
No, that's yours.
What's mine?
Yeah, so it just depends. Like over time, your thing might change. Like how you're thinking was. Like,
Gee, that's on my phone.
No, it's fine. So how I thought when I was 16, even though it's very similar to how I think now, but I've experienced a lot to change the way I think.
No, I don't want to take it off you. Is that mine?
That's yours, you do.
So again, it just depends on your circumstances. A lot of rich people, yeah, for them it doesn't matter because they're rich. Oh no, actually, and at the same time, it depends on like, if you're born into that. Because if you're born into money, then the scheme is not longer the dream.
Because there is no scheme.
You already have the money.
There's no plan.
You're right. Yeah, you're kind of right.
There is no scheme.
Yeah.
And that's why you see a lot of people like that just have the most lackadaisical, floaty kind of lives. Like, there's no vibe going on. There's no energy to do something.
And then they'll say, oh, you don't need money to do everything. Money doesn't make you happy. Really?
No, it helps.
Would you be happy with that money?
No, money help. It does help.
Money helps because you can do whatever you want. But if you like us, we'll say, because I like this lifestyle because you feel like you're working towards something. Say if I'm like, I need £7,000 to go on holiday, and I save up £1,000 to go on holiday, I feel a lot better because I actually work towards that. Not like my parent or mum and dad give me £1,000. Go, oh yeah, I saw you going on holiday. Here's £1,000. I didn't work for that. That's just me personally. I like to work for so.
It feels different.
Yeah,
it feels different if you
feel like you
something.
earned it. Because I was like from the age of like 12, I did paper round. I worked in McDonald's when I was 16, so I've been working since I was 12. So what? 26 years?
Hell yeah, we worked until 12.
26 years I've been working.
We worked from 12.
Yeah.
Paper round.
I've done 2 paper rounds at some point because the other guy quit.
Also, you used to pay me £2. No.
£2 for what?
So he come along to help me.
Fine.
You think it's like, I was like 12, so it was like 7 at the time. You think £2 would be a lot for a 7-year-old?
That's a lot.
No, fine.
Bro, I used to get £2. I used to get £2 myself
Right now.
when I was your age.
No, fine.
So I suppose back then I could buy like 5p crisps and 5p.
Exactly.
You buy a meal for like £1.
Although I found out Space Raiders are still 35p.
Oh no, they're good.
They must be more expensive than that. No.
No, actually, they might have they've gone on like 10p. They used to be like 10p.
I can't. Maybe they used to be 15. I can't remember.
Something like
I wonder how
that.
much these nunchucks like hurt now because the way everyone's expanded in terms of price, pain should expand.
What? No, because pain's not a physical thing.
I love that concept. Everything's inflated, so pain should be inflated. The inflation of pain. No, that's a concept. The inflation of pain.
But that is very different. It's like when I was younger, I used to get beat as a child. Now they do it.
Dad used to get the shit out of us.
So now my skin is tough as hell because
I don't feel pain.
I used to get beat.
I don't feel pain.
Actually,
I don't feel pain
the
anymore.
inflation of pain is a real thing.
Yes, it is.
Because people used to be much harder back in the day.
I'm hard. I don't. I'm not trying to say I'm hard, but I'm saying I don't feel pain. Like, it's cool. You've run
There
with
have been
me.
points where someone's actually literally kicked a door in my face. I didn't feel it because they hit like the hard part of your
I've
head.
been stabbed and I didn't feel anything.
Yeah.
I felt
And a
nothing.
lot of times they've hit my head. I have not felt it.
I've not felt anything. I've been
But
stabbed.
maybe, yeah, again, it's how we brought up.
I didn't feel anything. I got stabbed.
Child abuse, yeah, it goes a long way.
Yeah, like the level of tolerance of pain thresholds for people now is when you look at like younger
Me and
people as
Chico
well.
got the
whips.
shit out of us.
Yeah, but I
So
doubt.
your pain thresholds were high.
Yeah.
Hey.
It's like you already had them like hard, serious beating. So it's like, you know what? It doesn't get worse than that. So
In my back, like anyone can hit my back. I won't feel anything. 'Cause that's where I used to get most of my beats. My back.
Chico at one point was wearing a nappy.
Yeah.
In the pain.
I used to wear jeans, a nappy, anything to stop it. They got to the point where my mum was asking my sister, why doesn't he cry anymore? So yeah, could you get used to the pain? If you're beating someone for years, their skin gets used to that.
Just like, no, I turned off that part of my head years ago. I turned that
Belt,
off.
shoes mean nothing. Unless you're gonna get a knife and stab you, then yeah, but
Yeah.
after that, your skin just kind of...
I've already been stabbed. I've been
Like,
stabbed.
even like when I get like cuts and stuff, it heals
I'm
very
not joking.
quickly.
Look, Josh, look at this scar on my stomach.
Yeah, even like
All the
anything.
way up.
It heals very quickly. I can get like cuts. No, cuts heal a lot slower. But anyone can like hit me and it will heal very quickly. But that's just based on how our parents. strict African parents. Ooh.
That's
21 minutes.
21 minutes.
Oh, it should be recorded.
Yeah.
So it is possible.
Do you know what was interesting about the title, The Scheme Longer Than the Dream, is what it came from?
We went left.
Because where it actually came from was thinking about the amount of planning that goes into so many different things, like planning to get a date, mostly planning to get a date.
Yeah.
But the planning that goes into some particular people, the way they orchestrate getting a female.
Oh yeah.
The orchestration involved in plan. And then you could relate it to so many things. You could talk about, you know, the concept of that is thinking the amount of time it takes to cook a meal compared to the time it takes to eat a meal. That's just one metaphor for the orchestration that goes into the planning.
But then it's like the amount of time it takes you to earn a wage, and then once you get that wage,
the amount of time it takes to spend it.
Yep.
Yo,
it is that correlation.
I just got paid and my money's
Exactly. Even like that, £100, one day, done. Whereas it took you a week to earn that much money. Or a month.
Can I buy those nunchucks off you?
Nope.
Why do you keep going on about nunchuck?
Right, and you get to it. No, they're awesome.
Yeah, let's go anywhere that sells nunchucks.
Yeah.
What about metal ones?
Nunchucks.
You had metal ones before.
No, wood.
Get him by nunchucks was long.
Let me flip the record. And then.
When we jump into freestyles, let's do this shit.
Jump on one now.
Hold on.
Schemes longer than the dream. You never seen what planning I mean when I put into the orchestrated facts that demonstrate
Say
females
facts.
getting taxed.
Let's rhyme back to back. Track to track. It's all about that. I don't care what these niggas. We go back to back. Track to track. That's where we at. Brap. We ain't playing. Strictly spraying. I'm crazy like one of the Cray twins. Let's go.
Well, actually, talking about financial now, the opposite sex is another planning scheme.
What's the plan, Steve?
This could, like, she basically said like, yeah, I've got 2 houses, so everything's cool. But I didn't think about her houses. I didn't care about her houses.
No, but a lot of people do think, but how else do you think these restaurants make money?
I didn't care about her houses.
Nah, and for me, that's why, for me, it was always easier to date girls that you worked with. Because you know them, you're with them 5 days a week. So you know everything about them, so there's less planning. Whereas if a random stranger, that's like, you start thinking, where should I take them, what they like.
I never cared about, and this is money or any of that. I didn't care about that.
Nah, that's not the whole planning thing of like dates and stuff. Because dates, you have to think about, if I take him here, will they like it? Whereas if you work with someone...
But why do you have to think about that?
Because you're dating someone to take them to the next level.
Fuck them.
You're not dating someone for fun unless you have a lot of money. Then yeah, you can date 100 women and you lose nothing. Like girls I worked with, I'm with them 5 days a week. So you get to know them. Especially like if you work with someone for a year. 5 days a week within a year, that's a lot of time.
But really, if you're dating someone like, they should like you for you. You shouldn't have to.
No, but let's say it's a random person. Say you went on Tinder. How do they like you for you? When most people lie about their profile. Yeah, but then most people lie about their profile. But you can't lie with someone that you worked with for years because you know them inside and out. So therefore, there's no planning. Even if there's someone you don't know, you have to plan a lot more. Instead of asking them, what food do you like? What food don't you like? You start thinking, let me plan this day. Where should I take her? So just ask her.
Yeah, but you shouldn't have to do that.
Why? Relationships are like communication. So why should you not do it? After a while, once you get to know her, then yeah, you can pick. If you know her, you can pick where you want to go. Thinking, okay, I know she might like this. But if you don't know her, how can you pick where you want to go?
Chico, something fun.
No, it's fine. So therefore, the planning is what's wrong with the scheme.
Hey, I've got the same phone.
That's 9. Because the scheme is to get the girl.
Yeah, but what's
The
the
scheme.
dream within that? With
Sex, I don't know, whatever you want from the... That's the dream, sex.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's essentially it for most guys.
So you try and think, how can I get to have sex with her without...
Well, chat shit.
It could be a lot of things. Without spending a lot of money, without taking it somewhere fancy.
Without spending a lot of money, without spending a lot of time, without
Yeah.
spending a lot of energy.
Yeah.
But the sex in the fastest way possible.
Yeah.
That's kind of true.
So you plan all this stuff, and then say it doesn't happen. A lot of people are disappointed.
No, but to be honest, when I like a girl, I don't. It's not original. I don't. Oh, it's not. Sex is not the key thing. I need to.
But to a lot of people, it is. You see sex everywhere, TV.
I don't have that. Like, when I like a girl a lot, I don't want sex instantly. I want, like, I like them as a person, so I want them to be a part of my life.
Yeah, that's why you have long relationships. Otherwise, you have short relationships with just sex. Then...
That's why I've only had 3 relationships.
Yeah, I've had a few of them. Because one of those things where, like, for me, I just get bored of it. Like, sex is not the main thing. So like, once you have sex so many
Who
times,
sends you?
there's so many positions, so many things you can do.
Yo.
So after that, it's like, what?
I don't know. That's a.
When you have sex a lot, you pretty much done everything.
I'm bored of sex now.
Unless you start going like My Heart Club and going to voyeurism and all that stuff,
Whoa.
then yeah, that's
Voyeurism.
good. Yeah, that's the next level.
Voyeurism.
Yeah.
Where'd you go? How'd you go?
No, what I'm saying, that's the next level.
How'd you go that far?
Because that's the next level. Because if, say you had sex. Okay, so like marriage and long-term relationships, it gets to a point. If you're having the same sex for 4 or 5 years, are you not going to get bored?
Agnes used to get angry. She was, you don't want to fuck me anymore. I was like,
Yeah, exactly. And certain women don't understand that.
I'm just chilling.
Because like women, they can have sex whenever, because it's not a fucking erection moment. Anytime, just stick a finger in their pussy. Yeah, done. But with men, you have to have an erection to actually have sex. If you don't have an erection, you're not having sex. So therefore, that's why it's a lot different. Women have the power.
I don't understand girls, like, my ex used to get so angry. Like, sometimes I was like, no, I just don't want sex right now because it's not. I don't find you attractive.
And that's how relationships end. Because a lot of relationships end because the woman wants more, but the guy can't.
And it's not I'm bored of you. It's just I don't need sex right now.
Yeah. I'm not a fucking light switch. You can't just turn me on and go, yep, dick up, dick down.
Yo, you have to, like, it takes a lot of goddamn blood flow.
Yeah. No, it's going, oh yeah, light switch, dick up. Yeah, I'm ready for sex. No! For men, it's a build-up. For women as well, it's a build-up because obviously they have to get wet. But,
oh my god. Has your girl been offended when you watch porn? That is one thing we need to talk about.
I don't watch porn around.
I watch porn sometimes and I don't want to.
Obviously, she has an idea, but I don't watch it around her.
I've been caught watching porn and my girl was so offended. This was so offended.
See, you don't plan for that, do you? There you go. And women see that, I was like, oh, see, porn is cheating. I was like, no.
It's not cheating.
It's a way to stop me from cheating.
Exactly. It's me to stop me from cheating.
Because I can watch this stuff. I can masturbate and watch.
Sometimes I just want. Sometimes I want to wank over a fat chick.
Well, the chances of me meeting them are very low. Or I go to a club and meet a woman in person.
Sometimes I just wake up a fat chick. What's wrong?
So exactly. So yeah, it's that thing.
I don't want an attractive chick sometimes. I want a fat chick sometimes. That's all. What's a fat chick? I want a dirty fat chick.
They're people as well. They have emotions like everyone else. They have needs.
I just want a fat chick sometimes.
And that's why society has built you, saying, oh yeah, something wrong with fat chicks. No, it isn't. Yes, fat chicks still people. Oh, the funniest time was like, back in the days, I used to go for big girls. And then people were like, oh no, don't go for her. It's like, A, why is it your concern?
He's like, why are you concerned?
And B, say what? It's a person. If I like big girls, that's my preference. So why does it?
Sometimes you just want a big.
And now, a lot, like back in the day, like years back, people are like, oh yeah, I like big girls. Like, motherfucker, this is what I've been saying this whole time. If you want to go for the skinny supermodels, it's up to you.
Oh, sometimes you just want to knock one out on a big chick.
No, it's any though. It depends on your preference at the time. That's the whole thing about porn. You can just pick. That's why porn is perfect for cheating. Or no, sorry, not cheating. you can have anything you want that your partner doesn't offer without actually cheating on them. So porn, you can type in anything you want to. Whereas with your partner,
young Chinese thing.
You can't type in.
You can't type in young Chinese thing.
Yeah, exactly. Today I want my girlfriend to be a young Chinese girl. Today I want my girlfriend to be.
Well, that's what. Have you seen? That's what the future looks like.
Yeah.
Have you seen how porn looks on these sci-fi movies? Porn in the future is.
Oh yeah, Japan have those life like models.
No,
That's too far, man.
No, it's true.
This is where we're going in the future. This is how it's gonna go. You just press the button and the robot arrives at your house, or however you've designed it, on designerbitches.com.
To your specifications, and you can have more than one. So it's not just like they limit you. They have one.
In the future, no, there will be no marriage.
No.
Marriage will not even be a concept.
La.
I took it me and my girlfriend, like, no marriage, no kids. Because that's since day one. I've met other people who know who've been in a relationship when they first met, when one of them has been maybe, and it's got to the point where it's now, and the guy wants kids, and the woman has to compromise, even though she didn't want kids to start off with. So at least, like, if you have that first...
Shit, we missed the game. No, it's starting in a minute.
If you have that thing, first of all, when you meet up, it's like, like me, both of us, we said, no, marriage, no kid. Perfect. So we never
people's opinions change.
Yeah, over time.
Yeah.
But once you have, like, for me, I was old. I was like, when I met her, she was what? 20... How long have we been together? 4 or 5 years? So she was like 26. 25, 26. And I was in my 30s. So a lot of people are like, oh no, you're going to change your mind. Like, no, I'm a 30-year-old man. I'm not going to change my mind. I'm not 20. And that's the way I've always been since I was like 16. I was said no marriage, no kids. Because you see all the shit going on with marriage and having kids.
So you're one of these future people that never gets married.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because this is how I see the future rolling out. It's just babies are born in little factories.
Oh yeah, designer babies.
Babies are born in factories.
Bro, I don't know. Maybe I've been watching too much sci-fi lately, but the future looks to me. The future looks to me like babies are born in like factories, and there is no such thing as waitresses and any service people because they are robots that are made in the likeness of a human.
Chico, do me a favour. I want the picture. This is. I love this.
No, now you have designer babies to the point where you can pick. It hasn't come in yet, but it's been like decades. They've had this where you can pick what colour,
What
eyes, hair, everything. The baby, what?
Yeah.
A designer baby.
Yeah.
So then it's like, why?
It's all genetics.
Yeah. And at the same time, it's like
You're laughing.
crazy.
You're laughing, but just the
the
way.
future, yeah. I think for me, it's like, why am I going to bring another child to the world when there's a lot of kids in adoption, fostering, foster care that need homes?
Are you giving one of those kids a home?
Fuck no, because I don't want kids. If I did, then yeah,
Do
maybe.
you know what? I want to adopt a kid actually. I want to adopt a kid. But
It's like
I'm
our
not-
cat is a rescue cat.
No, I wanted my
So
cat
it's not
to be
for
a
cat. So therefore, we could have gone for a brand new fucking kitten. But no, there's a lot of cats that need homes. So I'd rather go for that than just a new cat that someone's bred up just to make money.
Yeah, but didn't you want to like have a kitten that's like
No.
basically your son? Like,
Like for me, I don't. Like for me, I'm not at home. I work unsociable hours, so I can't say I want this. Whereas Harriet's at home, so therefore whatever she picked, it's down to her. Because I'm not at home, so I can't just say, oh no, we should have this. We should have a cat like this. I'm not the one looking after it. She is, because she's at home.
Greatest organist in jazz
Exactly.
and funk.
yeah, but they will not love it because he knows like he knows you
Who
personally.
was also a Scorpio.
Well,
Moved down some
no one gave birth to that. You or your girlfriend didn't give birth to that cat, so. So that's why. So unless humans start giving birth to fucking cats and dogs.
We already are. I'm not saying generally giving birth, but we are creating. We are breeding
So can I ask you, Chico?
to our design.
No.
So is that the
Dogs.
same as we're creating them? How we
So
want
you're
them?
against
Is
having a
that the
puppy?
same or not?
I'm not against it. Like for me, it's like I don't have the time.
Didn't you love parsley when he was in the house?
No, but for me, I'm saying I don't have the time. So therefore, if
But you love parsley though, didn't you?
yeah, but I'm saying if Harriet wants the dog or cat, then her decision is more important than mine because I'm not at home all the time. She's working from home, so she's at home 24/7.
Yeah, but like it's lovely when you've got your own animal which you've raised from day dot.
Yeah, when you raise it, why is that any different from a foster child or a child adopted child?
Because he knows you as his father.
But why is that any different from adopting a child? There's a difference.
He has your smell.
No, it doesn't, because you never gave birth to him. Like an adopted child. It's just that we live in a society in the Western world where animals are put forward over people. 'Cause imagine if you got a homeless guy and he did the same shit that your
Don't do
cat
that.
did, sleeping on the floor, lying around. No, you
Don't do
wouldn't
that.
do that. But you do that for animals.
Don't do that.
What? It's the truth.
It's not the same.
It is. Why is there a documentary about some guy killing cats and people looking after it, looking for it? Yeah, there's a documentary about
What
people
documentary are you talking about?
don't fuck a cat.
What?
Have you not seen that?
Oh, watch it. Please watch it. Don't fuck a cat.
What the hell's that about?
Have you not watched it?
Of course not. I don't watch this
A documentary about a guy who was like doing bad stuff to cats or some. I think it was it killing them?
Yeah, and they tracked him down.
Yeah, it was doing like bad things like putting them in bags and throwing them in water.
Right.
Then these people in America decided to track him down.
Oh, he was making videos of
Yeah.
fucking up cats,
And
they tracked him down.
but they couldn't find him really, so they kept on trying to find. They spent years trying to find this guy, and they got to a point where he started killing humans.
Oh
Sure. Oh, I've heard of this.
yeah.
And because of them,
He's
the
actually-
first guy they caught was the wrong guy. He ended up committing suicide.
Oh,
And
they tried to blame him,
Yeah.
and
didn't stop
he
them.
got pressured.
Yeah.
And, like he
Even
felt
though it wasn't him.
societal pressure, and he killed
committed
himself.
suicide. And the woman was like, oh, I feel like she had something to do with that.
I'm never that weak that I'll commit suicide over people's opinions of me.
No, but everyone's different. And no, here's the thing. That guy was very like prominent on social media.
Oh, he was a social media kind of person,
so therefore,
and they fucked up his whole career.
Will send people to send you negative things.
Yeah. Josh, I'm not committing suicide.
So what? So this guy started committing murders. Then what?
Then after a while, he killed a human being.
Oh yeah,
he got to that level.
Because people watching him.
He went on Tinder and invited the gay guy to his house.
Yeah, and killed him on camera. Because these people created that. Yeah.
And he said, a guy with an ice pick. He said,
I think, he only killed one. They caught him.
Oh, they caught him after that.
Yeah.
And these people were sending stuff to the police, and police have said, no, it's our investigation. It's like, obviously, like, whatever you send is still not evidence.
Yeah.
But they still carry it on.
The worst thing is, like, the guy he agreed to be tied up.
Yeah, and the guy killed him.
I ain't getting tied up when I go to a random girl's house.
That's like,
how did he kill him?
Monster.
He tied him up with handcuffs and then stabbed him with an ice pick.
Stabbed him with an ice pick? Where?
Yeah. Multiple places. Like.
Yeah, and if they hadn't...
Was he expecting it?
Of course he was.
No, it wasn't. It was a gay date. And because these people created...
That sounds jokes.
Those people created that monster.
That sounds jokes, a gay date.
Bad, but if they hadn't like pushed him to that, he wouldn't have thought, oh, let me like up it a level. Let me piss them off a bit more and kill a human being. But they didn't put so much effort into him killing a human being. They did to him killing the fucking cat.
Chico, how slow that is. The ice pick is little cuts.
That's how it is. People put animals over, in the Western world, people put animals over human beings.
Yeah, but animals are like people's family, some people.
For me, it's family.
It's Chico.
Go to Africa. Dogs aren't even allowed in the house.
Obviously. And in China, they are food.
Yeah. So they say in the Western world where animals are put over.
I keep forgetting we're recording stuff.
And even like Egypt, they worship, like cats are worshipped I'm not actually that I won't get into religion there.
But you see why people keep them as family, because if you just say, you can say something to a human and they won't literally bite your head off, but they will.
So you're saying
my guy. I love talking to him.
You can say something to a cat or a dog, and they will metaphorically bite your head off. Whereas a cat or dog will not give you the shit that humans give you.
I love a cat.
They will give you different type of shit.
They
will shit in your kitchen. They will shit.
Oh, I'm not shit in my kitchen.
Once my dog shat on my TV.
Yeah.
On my TV. My dog shat on my TV.
Now,
they give you different type of shit to humans. The type of shit they give you is not directed at you.
But it's them being.
It's just them
animal.
being an animal. Yeah. Which is why I think people love them so much, because they're like, oh, you don't give me any actual shit.
So they're basically like kids.
Yeah.
Like kids can like smash your TV and like, just a kid.
No animal can ever give
smash your TV.
Shit. Except for shitting in your house. That's the only shit that they can give you.
Yeah, we find that acceptable. It's like, no, I don't want anyone shitting in my house.
Well, some people find it unacceptable. I've seen people go.
Again,
flip out and take it out on the pet, which
no.
The pet doesn't even understand what's happening.
Don't.
Yeah, the animal being an animal.
Don't do that.
So again, like, those people should, just like some people, there's a lot of people that shouldn't have kids. There's a lot of people that shouldn't have pets.
You can't take out your goddamn pet.
But again, if that's the only thing they take out on, if they can't take out on human beings because the human beings will fight back, and animals don't fight back, especially a small animal.
Well, try to have a Rottweiler and see how it goes.
No, that's what I said, a small animal. Like a hamster. You think a hamster's gonna fight back, you start chucking it around because you're pissed off.
Yeah, try to have a Rottweiler and see how that goes.
Even a Rottweiler.
That's why they don't get Rottweilers. But if you had it from a puppy, you can, because you've been beating it for a long time, it's gonna be a pussy when it's older. That's why you see a lot of those dogs with their tails in between their legs every time they see human beings, even Rottweilers. But because that's the way they've been from a child. And as a child, that's the way you're going to act as well. Because if you've been treated a certain way, you've been abused, then as an
If
adult...
you didn't treat Rottweiler like a dick, he'll come for you.
Yeah, or there's the other,
Yeah,
the
even
other way
children can
around.
as well, wouldn't it?
The other way around is when they put the animal in the cage and they beat it
Yeah.
to make it more aggressive, which is a similar thing with children.
Yeah.
Like, you either come out scared of your life, or you
come out fucked up.
or you come out
Come out violent.
needing to give someone else the same beating that you've already had.
And you can't take out your master because they're bigger than you. So therefore you take out on people that are smaller and weaker. No, you can, but...
It's unlikely because
Yeah.
your master is the hand that feeds you.
Yeah. Whereas some little kid who's
And
like smaller than you.
instinctively you would know that that would be a faster end to your life.
Yeah.
Because if you kill the master, who's going to feed you now?
No. And like,
You are still reliant on, even though that person treats you like shit, you are still reliant.
into your life.
yeah, and even animals think the same way. Because animals that get beaten still go back to their masters because they're the ones that give them food and shelter.
In the same way in abusive relationships,
Yeah.
people will still go back to the person because they are either addicted or they have a need for that
It's false
person.
love.
Well, I'm gonna take this back because English is beat the shit out of me sometimes.
So you stuck around
Yeah.
because you had a need in that relationship.
I didn't have a need.
No, that's why you stuck around. It's like, if you didn't have that need, you would stick around. It's like watching a video on YouTube going, I fucking hate this video, but you still keep watching the content, even though you hate it. You're the one that chose to watch that video and carry on watching it, even though you don't like the content. It's like a relationship, you might not like the behavior, but you stick around for a reason.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's kind of true. That's kind of true.
So,
But at the same time, like I see the positives in the relationship as well. Like,
and again, it's positives that way, negatives. If they do, then yeah, but sometimes it's the other way and people still stick around because they feel that's all they have. And especially in abusive relationships, they take out their friends. Because then they have no one to go to but you.
Yeah.
Because all their friends have abandoned them because like their friends have tried to help them, but
They've turned their back on them,
Yeah,
so their friends
like,
can't
fuck it.
help them anymore. So they say, okay, well, you're on your own now because there's only so much emotional energy I can invest in trying to help you.
No.
I've burnt out everything trying to help you, so now I'll let you do your thing.
Right, we're gonna end it here.
I keep forgetting.
An hour and 50 minutes.
No, it's just 50. It's just 50.
Anyway, it's been 50 minutes, so you're gonna.
Should we let it get to the end of the record and call it then?
Yeah.
Tune.
How are we wrapping up? Scheme is longer than the dream. What have we found out about the scheme being
Shit,
longer
clap.
than the dream?
That just depends on your own personal.
Is the scheme longer than the dream?
Majority of the time.
I don't believe so.
Because it depends on what your dreams are.
But on a whole, it takes up more energy
Yeah.
than the final outcome.
Yeah. 'Cause just because you have that scheme to get to that dream doesn't mean it's going to work out. Because anything can happen in between then.
Yep.
Anything. You now end up in hospital.
I've got it.
Simple little things.
So the scheme is longer than the dream, but in that, it wouldn't be.
The scheme longer than the dream.
The dream, that's the best course of. That's the best way because if the dream was longer than the scheme, life would be boring.
Yeah.
We've always got to be working things. That's what makes it interesting.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you were just there living in your dream world,
Like some people just live on benefit. Like all their life.
yeah,
That's boring. Because all you do is like you're not you're not making money to go to somewhere. You're just like living off the government.
it's like it's not about the journey. No, it's not about the destination. It's about the journey.
Yeah.
Enjoying the journey, and the journey is always more interesting than the destination.
Yeah, but that's true. Right, toilet. We ended that. We'll wait to
You've been listening to JB.
Chico Titanium.
Oh, JB.
It's me.
Oh. JB. No.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Who the hell are you?
JB.
Mains, we've got 30 seconds left. Finish it on a freestyle.
On the freestyle.
Freestyle on this.
I move too wild. You know me, I'm a Tottenham child. How we go? Let's go too wild. Give me 2 seconds. What you saying? Strictly spraying. I'm a Tottenham kid. Hey, I ain't delaying.
Alright, Tottenham child. Thinks he's wild. Something about a little smile,
A little smile.
a little grace, showing the sunshine on the face. Walking high, living life, never flying, strictly on the ground.
Jeez.
Walking around, foot to foot, step by step, placing
Foot to
it
foot.
in front.
I'm a straight crook.
Yeah, you're a crook.
Hey. I'm someone in the future you need to book. Straight hooks. Hey. Straight crook.
Straight hooks, left hook, right hook, no defense to that. Slap with that.
Elbow to the back of the head. Leave someone dead. If shit, no, I'm dead. I don't get that far.
So you're going to the music.
Yeah.
Like drill beats to this. Someone singing drill over this.
But do you not hear that song Who I Smoke? They'll sing it over
Vanessa Carlton.
Yeah.
I mean, still, that was like edited a bit. It wasn't
That
the
was
original
evil.
Vanessa Carlton.
Who I Smoke, baby. There's a pop song and they're just talking about people that people have killed.
Yeah.
Vanessa Carlton, didn't she do that famous?
Yeah, that's what they did it over.
You start something like that.
And then a golf course. They're just chilling on a golf course.
And then it takes a dark turn after the stuff.
Okay, that's the perfect tune to take it though.
That's ultimate clickbait.
They talk about people they've killed on the nicest song. Nah, that was evil. That was who I smoke. And basically, there's a thing. Who would smoke? Like people are dead, and but they smoke spliffs.
And then do you think like what's it? You go to jewelers and get someone's ashes and put in a pendant.
Yeah.
So a lot of people again they are like, saying they put their ops in a pendant.
They're ops.
People who have their
Opposition.
opposition.
Oh. I'm gonna put you in a pendant, you know. Yeah, I
Better than being smoked. I don't want to be putting a pendant in the smoke.
I said do what you want with my goddamn body. It's your problem after I'm dead.
Exactly. That's the way to work it.
You deal with it whatever way you like. Fucking idiot. Smoke it, drink it, eat it, do what you want. It's not me anymore.
Yeah,
It's just a piece of meat now. So enjoy your meat.
Japanese
Enjoy
people
your
say
meat
that they
feast.
eat like kids' hearts and shit because obviously
Well, that's
no, because it helps increase their vitality.
Boy, that's a bit far.
Well, it happens in Japan, other countries, other Asian countries.
Yes.
And they're same battlefields. Like a lot of them would eat their enemies' hearts because obviously they gain more power from doing that.
We should save this to the next episode.
Yeah.
On the next episode.
Is this still going?
Alright, what's that? Next episode. People eating children.
Vitality. Vitality.
Let's just call it vitality.
Yeah.
See you next time.